Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. How y'all doing today? Everybody doing good? That's good. Today, September the 20th, 1957, when I was 6 years old, the Beatles came out with Twist and Shout and A Hard Day's Night. It was the biggest influence of rock and roll I ever had. Before that, we had Motown. Now, I dig Motown. You cannot knock it out. But this was the beginning of rock and roll. And it was really basically the battle from Rolling Stones and the Rolling Stones, ladies and gentlemen. That's who really started the biggest influence of rock and roll. You had earlier Elvis Presley and things like that. But, that got old. Jerry Lee Lewis, that was, the actual, and Little Richard, and Bo Diddley with the Electric Blues and stuff. You had all that. People weren't paying attention now. Okay, they thought they were just really weirdos. And you had a Big Hopper, and you had Richie Valens, and things like that. I can go on and on. I've been playing music for 51 years. Today, yeah, sadly, today is my 55th birthday, which is not a big deal of the situation. What I really want to talk about is how things have changed. Have you noticed a change in life? At least you people that are my age. There's too many young kids on there just shoving shit out on YouTube, I'll tell you that right now. I love Jimi Hendrix and stuff like that, Johnny Lenners and all that. This garbage music, and it's not even worth paying attention to. But remember how simple life was back then? You thought it was, but it wasn't. Just think of the Depression in 1932. People on Wall Street jumping out of 100-foot windows to kill themselves because they were literally broke. And then they had the beginning of the FBI after, I think a little bit before that, in 26, where they legalized liquor, marijuana, and drugs and everything. And there was nothing wrong with the world back then. They figured, well, if people wanted to do dope, let them kill themselves. And they were doing a good job of it, some of them. Like Bird, the greatest saxophone player ever in jazz. They actually, when he went to Europe and got clean, he came back to Chicago, and they opened up Birdland for him. It lasted about 3 months and started shooting heroin. Everyone thought he looked like he was in his 60s. He actually died in his 40s. Unbelievable. So, and J. Edgar Hoover, hey, began at FBI. What a dick. Putting, real liquor out of business and letting the country people make moonshine out of radiators and copper lining and stuff. That would kill people. So many people were dying, they finally legalized beer and liquor. But the most natural thing ever growing out of the earth is marijuana. And I heard this stupid ass thing the other day on the propaganda box, the news, that marijuana causes cancer. That is such an obtuse fucking lie. That is the worst. There's no tar, there's no nicotine. If you smoke marijuana, it actually gets all that garbage out of your lungs because you spit it out. If your lungs cough something up, what's it telling you? That's poison. Spit it out. Go out in your adult and spit that big giant loogie out. Your body don't want it. And you know what you do? You swallow it. So it ingests into your body and goes to your bloodstream. That's how people really get cancer. These here that I roll have no man-made chemicals in them, and nothing. None. You buy a pack off the shelf, they got 23 to 27 different chemicals in them, depending on if they're regular cigarettes, full flavor, or menthol. Menthol are the worst. Okay, they have fiberglass in the filters. Yummy! Fiberglass. Everyone thought it was cool to start smoking when they were kids. Okay? It's the most addictive thing in the world. You can quit any drug before you can quit a cigarette. Bottom line. That's not what I'm here to talk about. See, this obtuse individual come on to my YouTube, left a comment. Get your 2 teeth fixed and put the cigarettes down. I pay 73 cents for a pack of cigarettes. I roll my own. Filter and all. 100s. Alright? But anyway, then they legalized all the drugs and everything. And what they called it is the Rockefeller laws. One marijuana cigarette, you got life over it. They called it Reefer Madness. It's a movie that came out in black and white back in the 50s. Unbelievable lies. Unbelievable lies. Now, I don't even smoke marijuana right now. Okay? Right now. I'm not saying I won't. Again, right now. Alright? Because I have a blood disorder and we're trying to figure things out. Because the hormone pills they're giving me are not completely taking care of everything. I get up and down counts. So, you know, being 55, I feel I got a whole hell of a lot of years left in me. Nate, to the grace of God. And, you know, it's awfully odd how things were what we thought. Get up at 8 in the morning. Eat your breakfast. Run to school. Go to first class, second class, third class. Run to lunch. Get a whole half hour for lunch. Get the hell out of there and run to the next class. Finish the day. Get on the school bus. Run home. Do your homework before you went outside. Eat dinner at 5. Come home. Be home in bed at 8:30, quarter to 9. If you were lucky, you had a TV in your room. And they would leave the TV on in your room. Your parents would, till you both fell asleep. I had a brother, a stepbrother. No blood, stepbrother. It was a man-made family. I was shuffled family to family to family to family. You know, one week I was at my real dad's, one week I was at my mom's, my stepdad. Stepmother, real dad, stepdad, real mom. Different families. So, I was the oldest of one family, and the middle child of another family. That's why I have so many personalities. I had to be 2 different people all my life. Alright? Yeah. So I've grown into different personalities. Okay? So I finally just said, fuck it all. And I started studying history on what the government really was all about, as I was telling you. J. Edgar Hoover with condemning liquor. They had the underground clubs, you know, where you could party. And even Germany, you know, they stopped Benny Goodman records and stuff like that from coming in. Hitler, it was disgusting. I mean, some crippled kid over there, I forget his name, and a bunch of, Hitler would put on the youth committee starting Nazism to tell on their parents and to go to their friends and say, who is listening to what music? Hitler didn't want them to hear nothing like that. Like Benny Goodman and swing. Remember swing music? That's when you could really move to the groove. Man, they would just let go and have a good time. You know, but I know all you young lads out there know shit about shit I'm speaking about. I'm talking about some older people that really know how it was. Guess what? It's worse. And you don't give a fuck, freedom fighters. You don't even give a damn. You ain't even make a stand. You know? You got chemtrails. You got hormones, steroids, and all the feed. You're breathing in arsenic. And every gosh damn thing else for the last 17 years. You got FEMA camps, a new world order. What else can I go upon else than that? How life we thought was so simple then, it was happening then. And you know what? YouTube, you suck anymore because of Google, you know that? And if you ban this video, I'm taking you to court. Because you have really fucked up the people. YouTube was built for us, the people. Alright? And Google has strapped it to the ultimate. Leave it to Google. You know, everyone loves Google so much. The only thing Google's good for is some research. There's better research sites than Google. A lot better. And Google's growing everywhere. You got Google Chrome, you know, and all that crap. Google Chrome Internet for some people is good, if they know how to use it properly. But you know what? They know everything you're doing. You can't hide shit. Basically, you can't hide shit on the internet. Especially, you wait till the Big Bang comes. The Big Bang. Obama has already passed a law he could shut down the internet for 3 months. Boom. Nothing. Now they've made it to where if you're on government housing or food stamps or anything, you gotta apply over the internet. They don't want you in person. They've cut down on their staff so bad that it's unbelievable. So that's why you do it electronically. HEAP, Heating Energy Assistance Program. Okay? Same thing. If you're lucky, you'll get a call into them. If you're handicapped and don't drive to get to come out of your house, they've restricted it very toughly. Okay? There's not going to be no welfare if you put Romney in there. I'll guarantee you that right now. There will be no help for the needy. Okay? And who ain't in need? Who out there is not in need? Who out there is not suffering with the prices of gas, almost $4 a gallon, and things like that? I remember when buses were 25 cents. Buses in Cincinnati, Ohio are $6.50 each way. $6.50 each way. I could drive it faster than that in my car. But then you gotta buy a car, you gotta buy insurance, you gotta maintenance the car, you gotta buy tires, you gotta buy oil if you want to run. Well, guess what? After 110,000 miles of taking care of mine like a baby, it blew up. Okay? And look at the price of rent. Yeah, and the foreclosures out there. Isn't that terrible about the real estate? And the stores that have closed, and everything else. You can't get shit nowhere anymore. Really. You can't afford to buy real clothes. Really, you can't. Especially if you gain and lose weight frequently, as I do. Because of my blood thinners and things like that, and my diet. You're not allowed to have certain foods. You know, I can't have no vitamins, no citrus, no fruits, none of that kind of stuff. I have to bake all my stuff. I have to eat baby portions of greens. That's vitamin K. Okay, all kinds of stuff. Because you know what? I want to live, and I want to live to see the end. And I'm gonna watch y'all crawl to a little FEMA camp and give in. Not this engine. Never. I passed the FEMA camp, as you all know. And this person says to me, as Mr. G, or Mr. Lot 2, if they even know where their FEMA camp is. I know the first individual, Mr. G, knows. I will not say his full name on here. I have not talked to him probably in 4 to 6 months. Okay, and we were tight. Yeah, I obtusely got fucked up one night, and this lady I call Lady in Red was on there, and I was trying to repair a friendship, and it comes back. This is not the time and place for it, because of his wife's birthday on that show, day before her birthday. And so, you know, yeah, she's a gossip queen of the world, and her husband puts up with it. That's fine. Her husband's a good man, you know. He kind of just basically ignores it. They didn't even sleep in the same bedroom. Yeah. Hell of a marriage. Yeah. Because of snoring. Hell, if I did that, my wife snores me out of bed every night. And if I'm not snoring her out of bed, she's snoring me out of bed. So what? That's marriage. You know? That's marriage. For better, for worse. For richer, for poor. And you motherfuckers don't even know what love is. It took me 4 marriages to finally find a good one. I'm dedicating that to my wife, Sassified, of SenseiLiveRadio.com. Sassy. It does all my design work for me. See, I produce, manage it, DJ it, do everything else. Right now I'm on auto DJ to do this. It's on my YouTube site. Very few of you people even notice. I play everything. I've been DJing since I was 6 for ham radio and putting the word out. People wonder why I know so much about history. Okay? I learned from others by listening. Do you remember the word listen? Listen and shut up, stupid, for once in your motherfucking life. Listen. Listen. You have to listen to learn. Read. If you can't read a site built for a 3-year-old to actually read, a very simple, non-complex site, why in the hell are you on a fucking computer? All you know how to do is type in a password and run your motherfucking mouth. Well, I had to ask for some help with this new Google stuff on mine because I work 20 to 24 hours at a time, get 4 hours of sleep, and do it again. And people wonder why I fall asleep on blog, because they bore me. They bore me. They really do. They're totally boring. They play stupid shit. They talk about stupid shit. I go on this one lady's site. She's playing movies. She got like 4 people in a room running this movie that I've seen 10 times. I get movies the day they came out to the theaters. My distributor from California, I can buy them if I want them at a grandfather clause at a very cheap price. Very cheap price. They put it on my hosting domain at the end of the year, which I just paid for last month, which was quite high because there was quite a few good movies that came out last year. But the shitty movies, no. Concerts, same thing. As soon as an album comes out and it's marketed, you think you get a good deal buying it through Netflix and ripping it and shit illegally and stuff. I get it legally. I pay for it at a grandfather clause that I set up 8 years ago. Okay? And they stick to it. Okay? So since Sunday Live Radio, I pay out of my own pocket. Now, I don't want to say another thing. I've had a lot of great donations lately to the situation I'm in right now, which is basically public non-information to you assholes out there. Okay? And you go in a blog, motherfuckers try to make fun of you for sleeping and shit and say obtuse things. My wife tried to get on there before she could get a real name in. She was getting kicked because there were so many asshole bots. She was sent to bot rehab, patrol rehab, 900 times. You know, I said, go to your own site and sign in first, and then come to mine. Yeah, well, no. Strange People, I think was her name last night. And I fell asleep. I was so mentally exhausted trying to find a new place to live because I have no power, no water, no sewage, no nothing. I gotta take a flashlight to go up the steps to my bed. Yeah, in the upper part of the house. Most of the lower part's completely empty. Everything's in storage because of my brother with Parkinson's disease fucking me over. Yeah. Don't ever take family in. Please don't. That's worse. I'd rather take a perfect stranger off the street that really needed help. Believe that. I would. I've done it. I've done it. And one time I intended doing it, one person stole from me. Well, I caught him. I had him arrested. I didn't get any of my goods back, but, you know, that I can take niceness for weakness. I don't like losing friends, but I can be very rude, crude, abusive, and totally unacceptable. But I'll tell you what, the people that really know me, you know I'm the nicest person in the world. Just don't hit my bad side. Because you hit my bad side, I want to see red, and I will never let you live it down. As a friend of mine told me, the stupid forgive and forget. The wise forgive, but they never forget. It's like an argument. Don't argue with your wife because you say words that you don't mean. Okay? Don't argue. Where does it get you? Nowhere. Then you have an argument 5 years later, and your subconscious remembers that argument from the before, and it just poof pops out. Remember when you said this 5 years ago, 10 years ago? Remember when you did this and stayed out all night? Because you was too fucked up and you didn't want to drive home so you wouldn't go to jail? Hell yeah, my dad did that a million times. He'd go out on a Friday night and get drunk at a bar and sleep in the bar parking lot. Because they didn't want to drive and get a DUI. It was safer to do it that way than go home. But he didn't have enough common sense to call his wife because she wouldn't believe him anyway. His stepmother was quite odd back then. So I ended up into a big argument. I've seen it all. Believe me, I've experienced 99% of it all. Been dead clinically 23 times. There's still a purpose for me to serve upon the face of this earth. And I don't know what it is. You gotta let me know when I'm dead. And I ain't dead yet. And I'm gonna keep coming back at you with the freedom fighters. You are a bunch of lazy son of a bitches. You really are. You want a new world order? You want a FEMA camp? You like them chemtrails that have been killing you softly for years? Enjoy it. Be comfortably numb. Lay back. Yeah, get high. Smoke your dope. You know, you got your internet. You're happy. That's your whole life is cyber. Everything you do is cyber. I run radio. I own radio. I own my.com. I have to pay for it, so I really don't own it. If I owned it, then I would have to pay for it. I'd rather be on ham radio again. Because all I had to do is have the ham radio unit and pay the electric. But you still don't own it. Your electric gets turned off, you ain't got shit. Now you got electric, cable, all this shit. I mean, boom, boom, boom. Price goes up, 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 up. when it should be free. When it should be free to everybody. We were born upon this earth. Alright? Yeah. You know what the internet was for the Indians? Think about it. They wanted to get a hold of another tribe about some goods that they didn't have. They did smoke signals upon a fire. And they would meet at a halfway point. And they would give so many odd days or whatever. And they would stay. And they would sit and have basically peace parties. What do you think was in that peace pipe? Peyote, marijuana, all kinds of stuff. Yeah. You know what? That's when the white man tried to make the Indians start to understand the way they were living. So they would agree upon a law with the Indians, and they'd come to an understanding and pass the peace pipe. And then the white man got stoned and woke up the next day and said, "Oh my God, we did this? We did that? Oh no, we got to renege this and murder them all and burn them to a crispy critter, just like the Trail of Tears." I will never forget that. You didn't do it. You didn't do it, and neither did you. Okay? Let's get this clear. I'm not prejudiced in any way. You all know that. I love everybody. I cannot stand a racialist individual. We all bleed the same, as I've always told you. It don't matter about color, creed, or what. America is a warmonger. They live upon war. That's what got us out of the Depression. Not fucking Roosevelt. He stopped some of it by making up stupid jobs to help get America on a foot. But then we went in World War I, World War II, then in Vietnam War, that we lost. So no one won Vietnam. No one won Vietnam. No one did. That was a waste. As I told you, Kennedy was killed purposely for that, because Johnson, his vice president, met out in DeVille's Island with the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, the Fords, and everyone else, and said, if you start Vietnam, we'll put JFK out of office. He agreed. He definitely agreed. Hell yeah, I'll be president? Oh boy, big fucking deal. The only good president's a dead fucking president. We don't need presidents. They're puppets anyway. What we don't need is a Congress and a Senate, neither as big as it is. Too many chiefs, not enough Indians. They just veto shit. There's so many laws that when Obama was going, that laws that Obama got passed that McCain could have never got passed, because he's a Republican. Alright? And I'm not a Republican, I'll tell you that flat out. Fuck the Republicans. You know? But actually at this time we need a Republican in there that can think, and not a 33 Mason in their secret society, or a good Democrat, and there is not one. So what's that tell you? We don't need an election. We need a revolution. We, the people, need a revolution. They're taking you over slowly and softly by everything. You wait. You just wait till the military's coming down and knocking on your doors and taking your guns, the Second Amendment, the right to bear arms. It's coming soon. It's coming very soon. You better bury him. Yeah. It's like a militia. Yeah, it's coming. It's coming. It's getting that bad. I have a friend that lives in Iraq. He goes to college. His mother's a doctor over there. He's studying to be a doctor. Speaks perfect English. Perfect. But he's still brainwashed just like you. He goes to school. goes to the grocery, picks his mom up, and hides in his house. And he can hear the bombs going off and everything, and the violence and the fighting. Wakes up one day, goes out to his car tire shot, broken windows, has to walk to school, or can't get there. And he couldn't get there several times. You know, I don't even know how he's getting by. I didn't know how they were getting internet. His internet would go in and out so much. I can't even talk to him no more. You know, that's to show you my non-prejudice. And CincinnatiLiveRadio.com, I want to thank everybody in the world, in the whole wide world, that has donated to us. Because when the economy crashed, I lost my pharmacy as a sponsor, I lost my doctor as a sponsor, I lost my ex-lawyer as a sponsor, that I had disbarred anyway, because he was fucking up using people. And then I had 2 other bars, local bars. It was paying for itself. The day I opened it, now I've been supporting it out of my own pocket. And I live on Social Security, and I support a wife, myself, everything on Social Security. And you know how much Social Security you get. Little to none. Little to none. And you'll work your ass off 16 years of your life. Yeah, for what? For what? To scrape by, go to thrift stores to buy clothes, can't even afford clothes, new clothes that nobody's ever worn, you know, they're like refurbished, you know, just cleaned. Big fucking deal. Look at the price of shoes. Everyone's got to have shoes. You know? Now, we didn't. The Indians made their own moccasins out of hides and material. We didn't have saddles. We didn't have reins. A neck wrangler. Yeah. Make it simple. Keep it simple, stupid. Quit making it so damn difficult to survive in this damn world. It's sickening. And YouTube, get Google the fuck out of there. What the fuck's wrong with you? I'm serious, man. You have fucked it up. And I'm not gonna name no names. Wookie, I'm 100% behind you, Wookie. 100% behind you. I gotta have a petition drawn up, but at this time I'm not in the position to get back to the right civil lawyer to do it. Okay, to get it done for free. He's a really cool dude. Alright? Most lawyers just fuck you in the ass, you know, and make a deal, as I've told you before you go to court or anything. Well, like I've been telling you, you can protest against the government legally now. That was changed about 3 months ago. When are you going to pay attention? Next week? Next month? You know? Or ever? Do you care? Do you even care? No. 99.9% of you there do not care. You don't even know what's going on. You're so comfortably numb, complacent to your conditions. Get real complacent, because those conditions are going to change. And you're going to have nothing. Yeah. You think when Karl Marx in Russia made communism, he really actually wanted a perfect society. Okay, so everyone could live free at the same level. But man has greed. So they killed him and put Stalin in there and changed the whole art of communism. The true art of communism was not bad. It was like a utopia. Okay, utopia will never happen because of man greed. Joe Blow's wife's got a bigger dildo than yours. So you run to the store and buy a bigger one than Joe Blow's wife for yours. Well, evidently you're not satisfying your wife very well if they need a dildo. Think about it. That's just putting it blunt and nasty. Alright? It's like, hey, you must be a short dick man or can't work something right. That's the bottom line. If you gotta have sex that motherfucking bad. You know, wow. That's like a 5-second orgasm, an Oreo cookie, and a cigarette. Go to bed, go to work the next day, as Dennis Leary says. Yeah, that's the best analogy I could come up with it, and that's about what it's worth. You know, 5-second orgasm, an Oreo cookie, smoke a butt, drink a little bit of water, turn on your side, poof, you're out like a light. Get up in the morning, take a shower, go to work, do the same old thing over and over again. Get up, eat, go to lunch, eat, go to the dinner, eat, watch 2 hours of the propaganda box, 3 hours, and then go to bed, do the same fucking thing over and over again. I defy all those laws. I will never live that way. I do what I want, when I want to do it, as I want to do it. I call myself Chief Sleeping Bouillon Blog. I was so mentally exhausted yesterday, I fell asleep on Blop TV. Boo. At 9:30. Woke up at 10 and seen that was still on. I was like, oh, fuck, I did it again. I think it's funny. I hope you guys get a lot of good screenshots. Really. I hope you get a lot of good voice, too, of me snoring. Because I'm a great snorer. Okay? I woke up at 10, went and ate, fiddled around a little bit, did some more research, and I went to bed. I got up at 5 this morning, as I do every morning. I usually get up about 2:30 in the morning to diagnose all the computers and everything. You know, make sure everything's running clean, everything's healthy, and all that. Because it does a lot to produce radio across the world, off the internet, for free to the world. Free movies, free concerts, changed weekly. You know? But you'd rather listen to your little FM. 2 songs and 25 minutes worth of commercials. Wow, that's just so interesting. You know? And they make sure at lunchtime at work, if you got radio, oh, they play Arby's and the Roses, or a restaurant of some type in your city. Oh boy, you're just dying to go spend your money at there. Guess what? When I contracted, I went to the grocery store and I bought lunch meat and I packed all my sandwiches for a whole week and everything and froze them and took them out the night before and unthawed them, put them in my cooler and took it to work. I didn't eat off one of those roach coaches that came to the job site, and I sure hell now didn't go to no restaurant for lunch and spend $10 on a McDonald's grease burger that kills people. Yeah, McDonald's food will kill you, and that fucking you keep eating it every day. Okay, just keep it up. Bloat you up, get you all fat and juicy like a pork. You're like a turkey ready for fucking Thanksgiving dinner. You know? Learn to eat healthfully. There's other ways to go around it. You get a drug from a doctor, you take that drug that's made by a man-made chemical, take it to a GNC or something like that, an herb place. The herbs are cheaper than the damn drug. But no, what you want to get high. You just want to get high and comfortably number so you can ignore the world and what's going around you. And I call you pathetic individuals. When are you ever going to wake up? It's so close, you don't even see it. I feel sorry for you, Israeli, because you can't live off the land. I can, easily. And I don't even have a left foot. I already have what I need to get by. You know, you probably couldn't even build a lean-to stay out of the rain, like the cowboys and Indians would do. Of course, the Indians were always the bad guys. You know, when you were growing up, the Indians were the bad guys, the cowboys were the good guys. Yeah, of course, of course. It's a white man's society. Okay, the land of the free, though. We invite all. Yes, we do. Because we want to dictate to them. You know who's making out the best? Think about it. I got all day. I do. I got all day. The wetbacks. They work their asses off to get over here. And they work on a table and they don't pay fucking shit. And the ones that learn English in an English class, they automatically get a $10,000 business loan. Automatically get a $10,000 business loan to start a business. When you was born, did you get one? Did you? How about you? Did you get one? No. No, you didn't. You got numbered. You got a Social Security card. Numbered just like a piece of cattle that you are. You're acting like a fucking pig, a cow, or a sheep. Every damn one of yous are. And you know it. There's very few of you out there that are enlightened. And there's not enough people enlightened enough to freedom fight and protest against this government and say, we the people want our fucking country back. There's not enough. Because you don't give a fuck. You stupid. You want to hide. You think you're going to keep on hiding and run your little acreage of ground if you got any? You know? They're going to get you. It's just a matter of time. Do it legally. Do it legally. I'm doing a Beatles benefit right now. This is give me money. Yeah. That's what I want. What I want. That's what I want. That's what I want. Now give me all your money, motherfuckers. That's what they want. You know? So, you better get your act together. And we're down to the biggest countdown and most historical election ever. Ever, ever, ever. Ever, 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 ever. Get your shit together, people. We're out of time. See you later. See you on the flip side.